Let's just jump on in and talk about currency and what you are giving and what you're expecting back. I'm Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls. And there's a lot of times that if you're showing up angry, which is a closed off mind, victim-ish, then it's not taking responsibility from this moment on. Negative, then you're not giving much when it comes to good stuff. So then when people show up positive, taking responsibility, doing the best that they can, now they're going to get a different outcome. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. Your life is currency. So let's just break this down even more. If you show up disrespectful to others, in that moment of currency, you're giving negative. So you are red in the bank account. So then when you ask for something, you need something else in a minute or an hour or so, you're coming from negative. You have really not much to offer. And of course, we haven't even talked about karma yet. So I'm finding a lot of people showing up in life where they are hurt, they are wounded. I get all of that. But projecting that on so that you can be right in your negative and that somebody is positive can be wrong in their positive, you've really, really set yourself out for full failure. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to be around it. I'll tell you that for sure. So we've got to take a few deep breaths right now. We got to start drinking water. It's our first medicine. The brain, if you want a healthy brain and body and tissues and all that, but let's even just talk about your brain. If you want a healthy brain, give it fuel, and it's asking for water. Okay, so that's good. So we're going to do that. We're also going to check in with ourselves. Hello. Am I angry, positive, negative, frustrated, hurt, wounded? Then how can I turn that around so I don't project that out onto others? Because it ain't fair. Again, it's some water, vitamin D, all that good stuff, but it's awareness that the energy that you run, you're predicting and you're throwing it out and you're trying to look for negative. Of course, you'll always find it, especially in a five-star restaurant. Now, if you can, even 1% shift into the positive side, you're going to have a stronger outcome. You're going to be looking for the good. You're going to be offering the positive that you want back. Nobody wants negative back. It's a result, though. So now, if you are even 1% positive, you're looking for something good. You're setting yourself up well. You're not being so restricted because not feeling good is restricted. 1% is just like, oh, hello, world. Wow, there's so much more. And when I'm positive, I want to look. When I'm negative, I don't. So 1%, maybe even 30, 40, let's go real freaky and do 70. But even that 1% is going to help you not snap at people, not show up wanting to argue, even though you know you're wrong. It'll be you positive, you'll be able to be in a space of even being humble, lovable, likable, interested, interesting. If we don't get our way, then a lot of people will turn and go ugly. And in life, you're not going to get your way if you haven't done right. And if you did right at the beginning, you wouldn't even have these stories. It is human nature, which is pretty messed up. It's human nature to want to blame others. That's the ego. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I didn't get your text. It's like, well, the computer says you got it. And you also got an email 48 hours ago. And we also made the appointment verbally as a contract 3, 4 weeks ago. But it's my fault that you didn't show up. So think about that. If you're going for, and it's not just my business, if you're going to go have your hair done and you forgot or you're late, you instantly want to blame others. You don't want to take the beating, so you try to figure out, distort, how to blame others. And then you ask why you don't have good karma, why you don't have good relationships, and why you can't find a good solid man or woman or a good job. Now we're starting to understand that your life revolves around your mindset. And a positive one will say, oh, don't even worry about it, that's okay. A negative one is going to have a negative reaction. So take a couple deep breaths. We're going to start drinking water for the brain. We're also going to start breathing. Breathing gives you a little bit of awareness. Of course, blood flow more to the brain. But breathing just centers you. So maybe you can actually look at your stories, your moments with others and with yourself through water and through a beautiful breath. And those two things really don't cost you money. It just needs you and your time. I love breathing because then I can kind of process. I know if my body's tight or loose. Because my reactions, I probably should run them through myself before I spit them out. So we're going to drink water. We're going to breathe. Am I asking for too much? Let me know in the comments. But if you don't settle down and start making better decisions, you can't blame anybody else anymore. A positive person is going to create a positive life, and you know those people. Negative person, which is also negative about life, the victim, the poor me. They'll find excuses all day long, and they'll be the ones that blame others. And I'll tell you one thing, if you want anything in life, it starts with you first. And I believe in you. I know you can do this. The real question is, will you? Will you listen? Minus the harshness. And will you listen to learn? Listen for change. That's really what I'm asking you to do. Take responsibility. Have ownership. And if you don't like it, change it. But when we keep blaming others, it was his fault, it was her fault. It's my zip code. No, it is you in here, not being in here, projecting blame out to others when it was your lesson to begin with. As a life coach, energy healer, we can have some rough moments, and you may not like me a few times. But to throw a fit and run, tell you that's not the first time that you reacted that way. But with me, you're not going to get away with it. With others, you might have gotten away with that, but I'll guarantee you one thing. It wasn't cool. And it will just continue to ruin relationships that you're hungry for. So reach out. I'm Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls. Been doing this for a while. Everything is on Zoom. Am I bold? Yeah. Will I take charge of your sessions so that you can get the most? Yeah, I'm an expert. I'm a master. You're not going to come in and run the place. You're going to come in and you're going to experience so many new groovy stuff. So you can make a consultation. You can give me a call. But this is for you and every human around you or who you're going to be meeting down the road. Because if you're not, again, in a healthy relationship, absolutely nothing to do with that person that you continue to attract and attract again and again the same damn lesson that you have not learned. And I'd love some comments. And please share to any of your friends if you think that this might be a little bit of a eye opener. And hopefully I'll be talking to you soon.